Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it, the premiere of my channel, MUC Realist TV. Premiere, woohoo! Here we go, new season, new channel, fresh idea, real opinions, passion. That's all we can say. Please join. Very good afternoon, people. Happy birthday to MUFC Realist TV on this day, 14th of July, 2023. It marks a milestone. We achieved 15.5k subs yesterday, and today is my even wedding anniversary on the 14th. Ooh. And what else? Onana. It's a gift, isn't it? Welcome back to the stream, guys. Wherever you're watching from, the VR room, this Mick Ruby and Jarvis Cocker in the house all the way from the USA. How are you, Jarvis, today?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just woke up. You know, I slept this morning. Yeah. It's just 11 o'clock here in the US, so it's good. But I'm ready to go.
11 o'clock. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like this? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
And I have my spare reading glasses, so bear with me. Harry Potter is in the house. Yeah.
My God, seriously, how are you doing? Everyone in the VR, how you doing? And let us know your feelings, where you're calling from. Interesting what's going on, because it's been quite a little bit of dry on the news. Of course, we're doing the Onana watch. Reports coming in from Gazzetta dello Sport. It's almost a done deal. According to the Gazzetta dello Sport, it's done deal. They have agreed on 50 plus 5 add-ons. And it's more of about discussing the payment terms in terms of structure fees, according to what's his name, the master Yoda of Fabrizio Romano. What's his name?
Oh, Di Marzio. I'm not sure.
Di Marzio says when Di Marzio comes out to say it's a done deal, it's a done deal. Like, you know, and he's the master of Fabrizio. So happy days. Looks like Onana is gonna go. Be announced over the weekend. Happy days. Or it could be announced today. But, with Manchester United, Jarvis, they will drag the feet of announcing things, right?
They will. They always do. It's like a never-ending story. But let's hope it will happen the next couple of days. We need this Onana deal done so we can go on to the next one, who is HOJLUND. But we will talk more about that later.
Also, what we're going to discuss about scanning the One Football app right now. Manchester United fined for breaching financial fair play rules. That's a 300,000 euro fine that was happening during the lockdown, basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into that as well. Also, João Felix. João. Looks like João Felix is still back on the radar.
Yeah. Interesting. João Felix is a good player. I like him, especially when he played for Atletico Madrid. He was extremely good.
Simeone don't want him. He's not even allowed to train with him. He's training with the kids. Frozen.
So they're just pushing him out.
Yeah, it's like the Disney movie Frozen. Yeah.
He came for a fantastic fee when he came from Portugal to Atletico Madrid. So the thing is, he's cost them a lot of money, I think. So they just want to get rid of him. I remember when we played against Atletico Madrid the last year of Solskjaer, or was it under Rangnick? João Felix, he was really good against us. He was like constantly keeping us occupied all the time. He's good on the ball. He's dropping down, turning with the ball, being a constant. Yeah, so João Felix. Yeah, it's a player I would like to see at our club.
Was it Champions League or Europa League? He scored against us at Old Trafford.
It was one of those.
Was it? Another interesting fact is also this outs. Very important, Jarvis. Is Fred. There's going to be a bidding war. Galatasaray, Fulham, and potentially a Nottingham Forest is interesting. Dean Henderson also.
Yeah, and I heard some rumors about Saudi club also was in for Fred. Maybe
Saudi,
we're in a bidding war, and that's a good thing because we need money. We need money for Amrabat. We want money for Amrabat. But Fred, that's Yeah, Fred has been a loyal servant. He's been doing good. He has have had a lot of good games, but have had a lot of bad games. So that's the problem with Fred. You know, he's up and down, and he can't be trusted. So if we can sell Fred, I think yes, it's definitely a time for him to move on.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we seen Forrest Gump, like life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, and that's
Yes.
Fred. So hopefully we sell off the good chocolate for a good price. And you know, I'm going to talk about also Eric Ten Hag reveals Manchester United plan for Amad Diallo, because Amad Diallo impressed in Ullevard in Oslo, Norway. Him and Kobe Maino, my God, Kobe
Mm.
Maino. Kobe Maino. Maybe we're going to talk about it regarding the midfield situation, because of course Amrabat 25 million, but what's to say that he will kind of look at the preseason how it goes, because we're playing where we're playing next. I forgot before. Yeah, but yeah, Jesus, I forgot. Anyway, it slipped my mind. Then we're going on a US tour as well. So
Mm.
what I wanted to say that, you know, he will assess the situation, and if the kids are performing well, if you're good enough, you're old enough, and he might be including him in the squad. You never
Yeah, but
know.
the thing is, I, to be fair, I've been thinking of this last season. Who was it? It was Zidane Iqbal. He had a great preseason tour,
Hmm.
and he didn't go on loan, and he didn't play 1 minute under Ten Hag for the season. So
Maybe it's the
it's a kind of
attitude.
a waste because I want our biggest talents gone. I don't want us to keep the best players of the talents. Ship
You
them
know
out,
what?
give them playing time in another league, in another club, play and get vital playing time because it's a vital stage of their career to develop. So
Yeah.
that's just my thoughts about it. But Man United know what they're doing.
But another thing that I might pick your brains on, because Ten Hag always speaks in interviews that, you know, about his rules and principles.
Mm.
In the post-match interview, he mentioned that again, like, you know, we introduced the young players to the squad, into the training. We presented them with the rules and the principles, he said.
Yeah.
And maybe Iqbal was not the one that was kind of following his rules and principles. Like, you're a good player, but you got
Mm.
to have up here, you got to follow what the gaffer is telling you.
Mm.
And you know, you can see clearly, like, you know, Kobe Maino is playing like a 25-year-old, you know, composure on the ball, very listen to the gaffer, what gaffer has to say. He did an outstanding performance against Leeds, by the way.
Mm.
Also, like Matteo Kovar, the goalkeeper, was also good, the young kid, right?
Mm.
You know, so obviously that, you know, we're looking at to bring in a second goalkeeper as well, like, you know, Tom Heaton will probably be the number two, but yeah, it might be interesting to introduce Kovar as a third goalkeeper or second goalkeeper, because
Yeah.
have you seen his second half when he was playing? He's so good on his feet,
Mm.
very good on his feet.
Yeah, Matteo Kovar is one of those, and that's what I'm talking about. He's been a good goalkeeper for many years, but now he's been out on loan. He was in what kind of club? It was in
Hmm.
Sparta Prague, I think, and he won the Czech championship, and he played a vital role. He played a lot of
Yeah,
games,
he
and he
did.
was good. And he's only 23 years old, so now maybe he's ready to come back, sit on the bench, and get a chance if we have a League Cup or we get an injury, and who knows?
Who knows? But
Mm,
anyway, time for VER room,
yes.
because this is the birthday stream. Basically, I am speechless. I don't know. I'm lost for word. Humbly thank you for everyone that has been supporting this channel. As you saw the intro, it started with 0 subs.
Mm,
Along came Jarvis in April. The first, you know, I broke his virginity. And that was during the live Glazers Out protest, where Jarvis popped up as a call-in, and ever since then, he's been my wingman, basically.
mhm,
And we have plenty of wingmans, like you feel Standish, of course, and you know. So we created, you know, I want to thank you, Jarvis, personally, because when you came on, we were 12,000 subscribers, and since then we've been rocking it up, gassing it up, and today we're 15.5k subscribers.
mm,
Also to all the moderators that you brought in, because you're now the chief of the moderators. I didn't even know what moderators was, to be honest. When I started my career channel, on I didn't know. I've been learning with YouTube, One thing that I did have was a creative mind and a vision that I wanted to create a platform where you can be you, basically
Mm.
be real. I was tired of this divide and conquer, like, the split of the fan base, the Reds, the match going Reds versus, like, you know what, everyone that's wearing this shirt wears this for the passion. What is it a shame to have a YouTube channel to talk about football, to talk about mental issues, to
Mm.
provide positivity back into to the fan base again? And that's kind of been a concept, like, providing the positive, real opinions, real passion. And so we have a mix of individuals like yourself, like Jay Daly, calling a spade. Andy just came on, Andy Tate.
Indeed.
So I think at the end of the day, what really made this the last stretch is, like, we've been running a 400-meter relay, and I would say that you guys came the last 200 meters and took it and run it together with me into
Mm.
to where we are today, actually. So I would say that if we reach 15K in 1 year, that's unreal, very unreal, surreal. So I was just a one-man band doing all the graphics, all the motion design, all the
Mm.
creative ideas. And thanks to everyone that's come on board now, like the moderators, everyone that joined the memberships, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to you, Jarvis. Thank you to everyone that's watching, that's subscribed. Because at the end of the day, um, we do this for you,
Mm.
and for me, you're my family. You are my therapy, and it's escapism to come out here and talk and present. It's not easy to be in front of a microphone, as you know. Sometimes you do slip up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a little bit of ADHD, you read things wrong or slur a couple of words. But you know, first time I ever pressed record, I was nervous.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mick, and the thing is, yeah, it's not always easy sitting here on screen, like talking about everything and all the news and reading comments and talking to you. We sit in on another part of the world right now. I'm in America, you're back in Sweden.
I
So
was in
yeah,
Thailand of the winter as well, Asia
yeah,
Pacific.
it's the way it is. But it's easy because it's so positive energy. You're always friendly. The chat and the people in the chat, there's hardly nothing. Everybody's like positive and send low hearts and love the channel and Mick and Jarvis and all of that. So
Mm.
it gives me a good energy. It's always a good time for me to come on screen on your channel
Happy
and
to
have
hear
a
that as well.
yeah.
So big, this is what we say: peace, love, and go bananas. That's it.
Mhm.
But I'm forever grateful for everyone that's tuning in, that became a member, that is engaging. We created a very positive, the best community I've ever seen. I've been in a lot of communities. You yourself been moderating a lot of channels, and I don't see much toxic. Everyone is positive. You
Mm.
know, so I just want to go to the VR room and thank you. I want to read out Carlos is saying happy birthday. Sajiv, big up boys as well, from all the way from USA. Call in show, yes. Later on, we will send you the link if you want to call in. 100 Shades of Grey, yes. Mick, cheers. Mr. Sajan, happy birthday to you, Mr. Sajan, as well. Love your photo as well. Yes, Jarvis. Yes. Put on your glasses. But he says, Jonathan Liljenberg from Sweden. Big up, big up, big up, big up. He's in Sydney. Yeah. What time is it in Sydney? Come on. Seriously. Neil Driscoll. Mr. Driscoll. Thank you, Neil Driscoll. Thank you for being with us. Happy birthday, everyone, for the channel. Humbly, David Harrison is also. Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. We are well, David Harrison. It is the 15K subs and 1 year birthday and my anniversary and
Mm.
wedding anniversary. And Onana, we're just waiting for Onana, sign my name. Onana,
No, no.
sign the contract. So yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of things today because Ibrahim is also in the house, saying good afternoon to you, Ibrahim, as well. Lancaster is in the house. Carlos is from Lancaster. Nico, never seen Nico before, but Nico AV. Nico Av, happy first birthday, MUC Realist TV.
Nico.
Thank you, Nico, as well. Ibrahim is also saying, glazes out, glazes out. That's it.
Yes.
green and gold. Keep the pressure going until we sold. I had somebody was going at me on Twitter today, and I responded to him to say, look, I understand your frustration, but you should not point the finger at me. You should point the finger at the Glazers, right? That's it. I
Mm.
understand that people want to find in this, somebody to blame. It's normal. It's normal. But we talk about that.
Yeah.
Delay in the takeover make feel the Glazers. No. Let's park this bus for later, right? Mo Hamza is in the house. Positive energy. Big up, lovely community. Happy birthday to the channel and your works, Mick, Rubin, Jarvis. Big up, big
Mo
up, big up.
Hamza, one of the moderators, very friendly guy.
Shukran, Habibi. Shukran. That's so good. Walk away from HOJLUND deal, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about HOJLUND deal as well. Is it a lot of paperwork at the moment? I think Sim is in the house. City 115 complete joy. Yeah, that's it. It's got to come. But the thing is with City, right? They cannot. You have the arbitration court in Switzerland. That one they could appeal, but this is Premier League. This one they cannot appeal. Nigel Flynn is in the house, one of our members. Highligths haven't been on a week. Yeah, you haven't been, Nigel. Where have you been? I'm working away from home. Happy first birthday. Glad you can make it, Nigel. Glad you can make to the party. Stephanie Griffith. Oh, lovely Stephanie. Everywhere I go, Stephanie is there. Everywhere, every channel I see, Stephanie is in the chats. So big up, Stephanie. Big up to you as well, director and boss. 30 million for Fred. Jarvis?
Yeah, I take it.
Yeah,
But surely I take 22 because I don't think Fred is worth more than 20. But if you get 30, yeah, that will be good. But he's 30 years of age or 31, and he's on a high wages. So
1 year left on his contract.
Yeah. So
that's expensive for Gum chocolate. Life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
Let's say
30
25.
million. Let them do a bidding war. Jonathan Liljenberg, Joao Felix done deal 31st of August and 1st September. Qatar announced 100%. Yeah, we did have a theory about that one. Hit the like and join, subscribe. Thank you. Hello. Lucky Singh is in the house as well. 100%. Welcome, Lucky Singh. We have Simpson from Scotland. We mentioned you. You are on Lyon on Wednesday. Yes, we are playing Lyon on Wednesday. True.
Yes.
Lyon. Yes, people saying we play on Glazers out, Glazers out, greedy Glazers. Yes. People saying Jim the Rat. True. Satwat Singh. Milo Šmitić is in the house. Dobrovedan. 50 million. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Naill KANE is in the house as well. Big up Mick and Jarvis. Stephanie Griffith, no birthday gifts. No suit today. I never wear suit. I stopped wearing suit and tie. That is so unfashionable, to be honest. When I used to go to the office, when I used to work a global director, I used to wear suit and ties, and then the tie came off, and now nobody's unbuttoned the shirt. So it's going down to full Monty almost.
I just want to say one thing. First, suits only on cup finals. So the next cup final, I will wear a suit. Second of all, when we play against Lyon, look out to one player. His name is Johan Lepnant. He's a defensive midfielder. He's young. He's 19 years of age. He's the Casemiro replacement I want. He's really good.
But before we continue, big up, shout out to Captain 80, became a member of this channel. Big up, Captain 80. We're not worth it, but thank you. And we have a super chat before. Tox Kasim donated almost $5. Can the EPL or UK government make the Glazers sell? Thanks from the diehard United fans since 1992. Thank you. Jarvis, can
92.
EPL... Yeah, from 92. Wow.
Yeah.
First and foremost, thank you for your question and thank you for your donation. And can the EPL or UK government make Glazers to sell? No, I don't think they can. But they can put
basically
pressure on.
They can, because they did with when they came to Chelsea.
Well, that was
But
more of a
it's in
sanction
very,
thing.
very special circumstances. But yes, to answer
Yeah.
the question correctly, yes, but
The,
no.
because the operating license is in UK. I'm not really 100% talks there, like, when it came to Chelsea, though, there was a different thing because they applied the sanction rules towards Abramovich, which is Russian. At the same time, like, the Glazers are foreign entity, but register in Cayman Island. But if it comes to the UK government, they can certainly put pressure on, especially if they have business relationships with Qatar.
Mm.
We saw that the Emir of Qatar was there for coronation, but he was there speaking to the prime minister the day before. They were talking about the LNG gas, the projects they are investing in UK heavily. You remember that Qatar owns a lot of projects and land in UK, so it's a very strategical, important partner for them.
Mm.
Um, so yes, and when it comes to Ineos as well, of course, they probably have good relationship. They can put pressure on it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and the only answer to this question should be the Rain Group and the Glazers and whoever they decide when to announce it. Basically, we will talk about this later on because I do want to mention the Athletic article today that came out
Mm.
today a little bit. But thank you so much. Thank you for your. I hope that answered your question. But if you can Google that, Jarvis, while we continue, we can come back with a proper answer.
Yeah, I will try. I will
Thank
do
you.
my
We
best
want to
to
make
come
it
short.
fair and square. Listen, wow, there's so many of you in the chat room. There's about 143 of you in the chat, wishing us all well. This is Ahmad Diallo, is a baller. Lucky Sim. Listen, I'm just catching up with everyone. Everyone is Naill Kane is in the house. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Yeah, I surpassed the super chat. Oh, yeah. Davis is in the house. David main most YouTube channel, but MUFC sell negative, especially in the UK. Yeah. Charlie's in the house as well. Happy birthday from Zambia.
Mm.
Big up
Cool.
Zambia, big up Charlie, and thank you so much. Glad you find the channel. Alan, one of our members, is also happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, Alan. I always wondered who is hiding in that bush, in that picture.
Who's there?
Seriously. RJ, whoop whoop. Big up,
RJ.
everyone. Big up.
Big up, RJ.
Yes, and also Linda. I have not seen Linda before, but welcome, Linda. Linda Worthington. Thank you for joining us. Thank you
The
for
birthday emoji and the devil
yes,
emoji. The devil
that's it.
emoji, yeah.
Thank you, Linda. Wayne is in the house as well. Wayne, brilliant. Wow, well, brilliant. We are saying Glazers are staying. Glazers can't maintain the clubs like this. Ain't staying. I would say, why are they saying Glazers are staying? Glazers can't maintain the club like this. 100%.
Hmm.
We will cover this. Basically, I've said it so many times in this stream.
Yeah, but
Imagine you.
let's repeat it. Let's say it again because it's
Okay,
important to people
it's
for
important.
people to
All right.
understand.
All right. So when they came out in November to do a strategical alternative, that was their cry for help to say, we run this club to the ground. We have bled it out as much as we could. We cannot take any more dividends. There's no point of us for staying. So they went out for two bids, basically, to look for minority investors because Glazers would never dip their hands in the pocket to invest because, let's face it, there's a lot of things that needs to be done. A lot of money that needs to be forked up for the
Mhm.
stadium, for the Carrington, for the women's team. In general, a lot of money. Now, what do you think when the bill is coming to the Glazer? Wait a minute. We inherited this money 2015 when our papa died, right?
Mm.
Since then, we haven't not really put one single penny out of our pocket. So we've been just using the credit card. Now, there's a line of credit that's kind of coming to the end. You're coming to the financial crisis as well, the biggest credit crisis you ever seen since 2008, where banks are faltering. Banks are looking to say, listen, you owe us 1 billion almost, and that's the Bank of America. That is, the majority of the bondholder
Mm.
says, we want repayment by 2024-25. Can you make it? There's no chance. You seen the balance scorecard books. We were left in January 25, what was it, 25 million in the bank,
Mm.
pretty much. Where did everything else go, right? Manchester United, by share revenue, is the biggest club in the world in terms of how we generate money within the club. but they've been taking it, right? So that's why they went out for a strategical investment. So it's been two parallel lines. One, to look for a minority investor, right, to give them a little bit money so they can buy out the siblings and stay themselves, and maybe utilize that little bit of money towards, the project that needs. And there's also been the full sale. But that one that was handling was the Rain Group, and they pretty much orchestrated this, shadow bidding war, because that process was always designed to be bringing the biggest shark out there, right? That's why you saw them mingling during the Qatar, selling it out, selling the idea, PR marketing, to say that we are for sale, right? Or some minority investors. During this process, it's been a lengthy process because they've been looking at the, minority investment alternatives. And if you're a minority investor, what you do when you receive, the clearance, when you sign the NDA, you receive the data room, you do the due diligence on the finances, you open the hood and you quickly see that, hang on, you've been running this club since 2015 down the ground. Why should we give you 4 billion, 5 billion, even that? You can't even make profits, right? Nobody wants to do that. And there was one particularly loan shark, I can't remember the name of it. They're the ones that screwed over Milan and Juventus and many other countries. But they are like a mafia loaners, like a broker loaner. They would charge you 20% interest rate. And they were like,
Yeah.
Do you remember the name?
No, not on the top of my head. I can't.
Not on the top of my head. There's been so many. Carlyle Group, was it? Something like that.
Yes.
Carlyle, something like that. But
Elliott Group.
Elliott Group, yeah. Elliott is notorious mafiosos, like. So if you can't make that payment, you default, and they will take over the club, And I think that happened to AC Milan. I think it was, yes, to be honest. So that fell off the window fairly quickly in spring. So there was only Sir Jim Ratcliffe that was there. There was, of course, they got this biggest shark, but they always wanted the 6 billion mark. Who got the money? And there was always this, evaluation of the evaluation, right? But we all know the story at the end of the day, Ratcliffe's bid never changed. The only thing was the variables, how we will construct. Glazers want cash money straight away in order to walk away, be profitable. And that hit the sweet spot of $6 million tax-free that goes into Cayman Island. Ratcliffe is not cash rich, he's asset rich, which means he could not move any funds without getting board approval. Remember, he's only 60% owner, and then you have 20%, which is the finance director. 20% is the other. So there's 3 owners of Ineos as well, and they're a corporation. So they kept changing those variables back and forward and back to the Rainy Group. That, according to my opinion, sort of delayed the whole thing, because it led to a lot of question marks and, of course, curiosity. But they didn't according to what I heard, they never liked this dilly-dudding, and Sheikh Yassim had enough. Night 2 Holding Foundation had enough, because they were kept in the dark. So they just went around the corner, wait straight to the horse's mouth to say, how much is that you want? So if Qatar enters, Qatar will always get, and even if Sir Jim Ratcliffe or Ineos will bid over, they will always bid over. That's the thing. If they want something, they will get it, and they're determined to get it. And that leads us to the reports that some people might pay €2 to read a certain athletic that was today, and that was written by, what was his name? Hang on a second. I was compelled to read it. Hang on, bear with me, mate. I'm just going to open and close out the window. Yeah, Matt Slater saying the headline was, the Manchester United takeover is dragging on. Do Glazers really want to sell? And I want to do a separate video of this, because when I read it, I get it that you took a graduation of journalism and that you kind of was pressured to hand in a paper by your head chief tutorial master. And for me, this was like a nicely written essay. But again, it was just a headline, and when you read through it, they don't know. That's the thing, right? So it's been a lot of silence in the media, and they're still trying to milk the gravy train, because at the end of the day, I didn't pay that $2 to because I have technical ways that I can get around it and will not share it. So I read the article, but imagine, Jarvis, if I all of a sudden charge $2 per click to watch this video, I'd be a rich man by this point, and just
Mm.
put out the headlines and just put blase content.
Yeah, but Mick, to be fair against the Athletic, they are
They're good.
not the
They're good
worst.
at
I
transfer
like the
market.
Athletic. I
I
read a
like
lot of
it. I
articles there,
like it.
but you know, at the end of the day, they're journalists and they live by clicks and subscriptions, and that's just the way the world works. So. I'm not criticizing them too much, but
I know. I'm not.
sometimes
No,
they
no.
try to angle it in a way that makes it interesting for people, and they want to buy the subscription.
Of course, but that's what I have a problem with. Like, why would you utilize? I mean, this is your market. I understand it's a business, right? You have key performance indexes you need to sell, right? And
Mm,
you, as a independent journalist, if you work, you get commission based. You get, make use for being unemployed. So of course, it's the beautiful written articles. Is at least if you compare to independent and this everyone out there, Athletic is it's a nice read when
mm,
it comes to football matters. Yes, but when it comes to business, you know, they're not the one that's going to break this story. They are not the one that gets the scoop from Rain Group or from anyone, Sheikh Yassim 92 or Ineos,
mm,
right? So clear and obvious for me, like it is more to still spin on the gravy train so you can buy the publication. And people nowadays are always looking at headlines and clicks. And but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is the silence before the perfect storm. What we covered is that I certainly believe, and this is my opinion, it's been done and dusted by the agreement, by Rain Group, by Rothschild's Bank, by everyone that's been involved, that the exclusivity and preferred bidder is 92 Holding Foundation. The other thing comes down to, well, when they're going to announce it? Well, it's all depending on, right? When is the perfect timing to announce? And why would you announce it, right?
mm,
We had a little bit of a theory the other day that I'm saying, well, if you apply logic and reasoning, why would you disrupt a transfer market at the moment to say, hey, we got money, right?
mm,
That will sort of spoil the overall Ten Hag's recruitment plan and what Murta and them are working on, because they are trying to sort of to say we are the new Manchester United. In the past, we used to, splash the cash, like to say we have money and be taken for a ride. But now we're saying, oh, look at us, poor us. We have a low budget, la 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 la. Like we cannot afford
mm,
it, right?
mm,
Especially when it comes down to negotiation of HOJLUND and all the key targets that Ten Hag wants. For me, at the end of the day, I'm focused on right now getting this assembly squad that Ten Hag wants, and then you can talk about the takeover. We do have the money to spend, so therefore I'm relaxed, right? This transfer window, Jarvis.
yep.
We have approximately 250, and plus if we sell about 100 million of those players out, and David left, they left 75 million left in the savings on the balance scorecard sheet. So the only thing difference when if Qatar is coming in, this is credible, like financial reports as well, saying that if Qatar just comes in to clear the debt, we're only going to get 50 million pounds extra on the transfer budget. So it doesn't really make sense, right? If you have already a budget of 250 and you're making outgoings, there's no need for a announcement in the middle of a transfer window, according to my logic and reasoning. So it can go on to the announcement after, end of August, 1st of September, maybe you know get a hurricane at the end of the window as a bonus signing. We will see, but all I'm saying is, I don't want to do this video is about clickbait stuff, because it is what it is, because I understand the fans are hurting, mental issues, stuff like that. We can have an adult discussion about it, we can elaborate, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows, from now. It's dead silence, and when it's silence, I think silence is golden, Jarvis. That means that there is something serious going on, and we are acting like we are doing something, that we are being sold on the transfer market as well, right?
Mm, mm,
Ten Hag is getting full power, full control. You don't see any Glazer involvement regarding negotiation with Rasmus Højlund, regarding his goalkeeper. If it was the Glazers, they would just keep David De Gea on, right? instead of giving the money for a new
Mm.
goalkeeper. So there's a lot of signs you can look for, right?
Yeah, but Mick, I have a question. Do you read the thing about the embargo? Because someone said, I read some places, I can't remember why,
No
where,
embargo. That
but
was
when the Chelsea takeover was going on, there was an embargo, so Chelsea couldn't even take ticket prices. They couldn't
that
make any
has to
money.
do. That's a
Will there
different
be
thing.
an
No,
embargo if
no, no,
something is announced, so they won't announce it in
no.
the transfer window?
The
Just to
different thing is with Chelsea, there was a public sale because they were forced to sell. So the embargo was a fire sale in 3 months, and they have to complete because otherwise, Chelsea would have lost the Premier League license. So that's why it was an embargo. You know what I mean? And if you look at Chelsea, for instance, they've done a madness, right? They're still like swimming in a ocean full of sharks. Todd Bowley is doing a madness, doing a lot of fire sales. He has to because he went big. He spent 600 million euros almost, right, on players, and now he has to sell the kits, right? And the thing is that they don't even have a shirt sponsor as of yet because 3 pulled out, right? So they don't even have a shirt. So Chelsea's in big trouble, right? That's why you don't see like they are trying. The Casado link is quiet, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And just to top it off to the beginning to the question, they have to sell because at the moment
Yeah.
we're losing money every quarter.
Yeah.
So we have it's been the numbers has been red, so they can't turn it around, and the debt is rising
Yeah.
all the time. So the
Okay.
Glazers basically have no other options.
Yeah. Well, let's flip it around then. Let's play a devil's advocate here, right? Let's say if the Glazer would stay. Let's say I'm not saying they will stay. How the hell would they operate the club in the current market with the Buccaneers also in trouble, with them being in trouble, with them not even caring, getting involved with the transfer market? How are you going to operate further down the track? I don't see it. You kicked that can as long as you could, or the piggy bank, until it crashed. There's nothing coming out of that kitty anymore. There's been vote of no confidence within the board to say you cannot take any more dividends up. They stopped the dividends in January, if you remember. There was a board voting to say, no dividends. Since then, they got finger slapped on the cookie jar. I don't see it. Financially, I don't see it. If you look at financial figures, I don't see it. If they would have stayed just to increase the valuation so people buy the share prices, that's a breach. That's a criminal offense. To manipulate the stock market. You're mute.
Yeah, my kids are running around in the background. You don't want to hear them.
Yeah. So we can talk about
Yeah.
the takeover as much as you want at the end of the day, because I'm getting too frustrated to my teeth. And lately I just switched off. Like I don't need to know anymore because everything's been said and done. There's nothing more you can spin, right? There's nothing more you can spin. You cannot squeeze out more of the water out of that sponge already. That's been squeezed out. What more creative stories can you come up with other than creating headlines to make you feel insecure and
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. One day they say Sir Jim Ratcliffe is winning, and next day they say the Sheikh Hashim is
but
winning, and so it goes on and on and on, and they're
but
just
according
taking
to
up for a
me,
ride.
they caught him Ratcliffe, and he looked very uncomfortable. He looked like he's lost the race already. But if you sign an NDA, you cannot speak until everything's been announced anyway. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Then you had that Finnish investor guy that clearly said he signed an NDA, but no, you never bidded for it. You were just talking. If you signed that NDA, you were not even allowed to go out and talk like this. Yeah.
Hey, David, he says, I can't see how the Glazers stay. Too, they ain't got the funds to maintain
No,
the football club.
no, not even a
When you
stadium
think about
training
new
ground.
stadium, training grounds, because that will cost a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'm going to put my foot down to say, look, fuck the Glazers. Sorry. Put them on the side, right? Sorry for my language, YouTube algorithm. Focus on the transfer window right now. Focus on what matters right now. is give the Ten Hag the players that he wants. This is the year of Ten Hag. He came in with the Glazers squad before. Like these players, that's been there under Ole. He's been under who else?
Yeah,
Mourinho,
Jose,
Van Gaal.
Gal,
Wow, that is like
and
you that is like you do this cocktail mix with whiskey, tequila, and red wine in the same mug and drink it. You just got to filter that out. So I'm focused on the transfer market right now because this is Ten Hag's year. This is Ten Hag saying Mason Mount. He was happy to get Mason Mount because obviously you saw what that meant to him. He was like, oh Mason, that fits his system. Onana, bang, bada bish, bada boom. He said, get rid of David De Gea. He's done fantastic well, but he's not my keeper. This is not the way I want to play. Now, Onana is going to be a game changer, in how we're going to play. You will see a difference, right? Because all of a sudden you will see we will push up 30 yards off the field, right? Everyone's going to play high line, and he's going to be lethal, finding those passes, hitting Rashford, hitting Garnacho, hitting everyone there, to receive the ball, or even a HOJLUND, like a tall specimen, right? That's the thing. So for me, I'm focused more of shaping the squad this season so we can actually go and compete in the Champions League. Remember, we're in the Champions League, right? To win a trophy, because Ten Hag set the bar high by finishing third, by winning a silverware. So that set the bar high. I don't believe when people say we're not going to make top 6. No, you elevate from there, right? If you reach third place, the next target is to at least finish second or be in contention for come May to be in the top challenge of the title, right? Arsenal played the other day, the first friendly, 1-1.
Yeah, but the thing is, earlier seasons when Mourinho finished second, he was given Fred and Dallo and a reserve goalkeeper. And when Solskjaer he finished third and second, but he wasn't backed in the way he wanted. They gave him Ronaldo. Okay, Ronaldo was a great signing in a way, but it was not what we needed. We needed a DM at the moment.
Yeah,
but
no,
they didn't
Ronaldo.
give him the players he want. So now we see Ten Hag finishing third. He wants to build further. I know the fan base is PTSD. They are very insecure what's going to happen. But
I get that.
If we get Mount, if we get Onana, if we get Amrabat, HOJLUND, then we are giving Ten Hag what he wants. None of them are big name signings. So yeah,
They don't have to be sexy. I mean, Jay, thank you, saying thank you, Jay. How are you? If we go into August without sale and underwhelming transfer business, then wait for the fans to really ramp up the protest. That's what we can do, mate. That's the only thing we can do. Create. If you don't hear anything by September, what you can do is just arrange the biggest global protest. I mean, I'm talking about global protests, not just outside, Old Trafford, right? I'm talking about synchronizing. There's a lot of fan bases, big fan bases in Malaysia, Indonesia, US, India. We can arrange like massive protests, and media will come up and film it, right? They will go like, what's going on here? But peaceful protests, right? No, but seriously, at the end of the day, Jarvis, Harry Maguire needs to go as well. There's a lot of challenges that the club are facing because these players have been on inflated wages. If we can get out of the door and start building his squad, his image, that is what excites me more. And the Glazers will leave the club because I believe they will leave the club. They have to leave the club. There's no other option. If they would have stayed, think about it. If you're the Glazers, you're already under the extreme scrutiny. If you are Ratcliffe or Ineos, your name is already in the mud. Why the hell would you like to stay to be more bullish than abused? Because if you do, this will be, if you experience this protest that was now, add 10 times more to that seismic effect, right?
Yeah.
From a business perspective, don't make sense because they are business people. They're caring about their reputation. They're caring about the seat at the Davos Club. You know what I mean? So for them, it doesn't make sense to stay either. The longer this drags on, the more the reputation goes for them as business owners as well.
Yeah. What kind of reputations do the Glazers have in the business world, to be honest?
Yeah.
There can't be much left. They
But
have destroyed like two, like Tampa Bay and Man United.
yeah, yeah. But for those who love maybe an Ineos bid, I think that if Ratcliffe doesn't win this bid, he will go and buy West Ham because West Ham is looking to sell as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and they're based in London, and they have a brand new stadium after the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham is probably a good
West
transfer
Ham is in a
target.
situation as well because there are two co-owners and one of them passed away, wasn't it? Really, so the other one doesn't really want to take full control.
Yeah,
So there's not. There's a
let's
lot of
hope
things that's
it's
going.
West Ham, not Man United. To be fair, I have a comment here, Mick. I just
Sure,
want you to answer. It's Harry. He says, any news on our so-called captain leaving?
Captain Harriet. Yes and no. They are supposed to have meetings this week, per my understanding of reports. Him and his agents, and together with the Ten Hag. Ten Hag is probably going to tell the plan that you're not part of my plan. I'm going to take off your captaincy. You're not going to be playing. It's pretty much forced them out. So what the agent's going to do is say, all right, then, if you're not going to do that, how are you going to find a solution? Because he's got 2 years left on the contract. Would you pay out the remaining of the contract? And he will say, off you go, find something. How this is interlinked is also that West Ham is also, I think they're on the final stages with 105 million receivable from Arsenal for Declan Rice. That money has been said also that Dave Moyes is very keen to buy Harry Maguire. But also, I would say that look for Saudi opportunities because Saudi right now are hoovering up every single talent from the Premier League. I wouldn't be surprised that either Harry Maguire goes to a Saudi league, that will suit him fine. He will still get into the England squad, play regular games, like play in a lesser, more established league, like but building up that league, fantastic. I understand the players want to go there; they go for the money, but also from an injury perspective, you're not going to work that hard, right? So you
Yeah.
look at your longevity in your body, like if you put yourself in the mind of players, you know, Premier League is very tough, to be honest, very very tough
I
physically.
got to be honest. I haven't looked really hard on the Saudi league. How's their stadiums? How's the level
Good,
of the
good, good,
league?
good.
Is it okay or?
They're building it up. They're trying to be like NLS, right? National
Hmm?
Soccer League in US. So they're gonna dominate the market. So ideally, they would take graveyard players, like but they're also taking players that nobody really wants, right?
Yeah, and Ruben
Like a
Neves.
Fred, Ruben Neves.
Hmm.
Ruben Neves is still good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's young.
yeah,
26 or 25. So yeah,
mm,
player
100%.
on the rise going to the Saudis. It doesn't make sense, but
But it's
in a
not the
way
end
it
of the
makes
world
sense.
if you go to Saudi. It's not the end of the world. You go there, you make a little bit extra more money at the end of the day, and then you return back to Premier League if you want, right?
So we think Captain Maguire is leaving, basically.
Yeah, at least the club is thinking. I mean, they want him out. That's the latest thing that I heard. But it's finding that solution because at the end of the day, it's the club's problem, but it's also the agent's problem to find a new club. You
Yeah,
know,
but he's now
contract.
he's now he's doing the Rocky Four thing. He's in the
Yeah.
barn like lifting, and you hear the music in
No,
the
but
background.
seriously, let's talk about Harry Maguire because contractually speaking, he's in the right. He's not. They cannot force him, right? He's got another 2 years contract. But what you can do is to bully him out to say, like, you're not going to get game time. You're not going to be even the fifth or fourth center back. And this is conversations between the club and the manager and the agent, right? You're a surplus of a requirement. And you would tell the agent, okay, fine, find him a club, come back to us, right? Because if you don't, okay, he's not going to be playing. I say, okay, he's going to sit on the bench, you know, get an extra 2 million a week for just sitting on the bench, being another, how do I say it? No ambition. But at the end of the day, there's Euros as well, and Southgate's not going to pick him. He's not going to pick him.
Did you see yesterday? Juventus came out.
No,
They said Bonucci. Bonucci.
Benucci.
Yeah, he won them the Euros.
Yeah, yeah.
Great center back. They came out and say he's out.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Why?
how a big football club moves.
Okay,
Even
Benucci's out.
star players like But when they're getting older and they're not performing, they're ruthless.
The thing is, it will difficult to find somebody that's willing to pay 200K, right, for Harry Maguire's salary. So if Saudis are fishing like sharks around players now in Premier League because they want to build up their league right now. So makes sense. You offer them silly money, star players coming in from the Premier League. You're building up that, the product. You know what I mean? Which is the Saudi league, right? Who's to say that Saudi league in the future is not going to be like, maybe they will be involved in, Champions League, for instance, or clubs. You don't know what the expansion will be, right? But the money game is right now in Saudi Arabia, and they're throwing big money at it. And a lot of agencies, the last dice of opportunity before the FIFA agent rules fees cap apply this year, after this window. So after this cap, they can only earn, I think, 6% maximum of the annual salary of the player, what they earning. Before it was ridiculous, like 20%, whatever, mini Riola fees. But FIFA introduced this new rule, which is 6% maximum. So that affects. So now you see this mad rush, like, people are like, but Saudi, yeah, Harry Maguire to Saudi makes sense as well. But we just want to put them in the shop window first, right?
Yeah. So are we going to cover the Onana deal anymore, or?
I'm just seeing. Have we neglected you in the VAR room?
Yeah. Let's go back to the VAR room.
Duncan is saying slab out. Yeah. You know what? At the end of the day, David is saying, lit show, breath of fresh air, your channel compared to other negative YouTube Man United channels, both sell, club, and transfer. Thank you, Dave. I don't like to. I got some criticism, and you can only take constructive criticism. I don't like to mention names, but if I have a problem, I don't shy away from speaking my mind. If I see something is clickbaity or, because you always welcome here, because we always talk about mental health and how it's important to stay positive and don't let the media spin bite you. If you want to have emotion sickness, come and listen. But whatever we say here is, we present you with one fact here, one fact that, and at the end of the day, it's your decision what you believe, right? Everyone is entitled to believe what they want. And everyone has been so nice. Listen, I just want to go check what's going on. Any Onana updates for now? Any breaking news?
No, but I have an breaking news here from Fabrizio Romano. Al Hilal, the Saudi club, has reached a verbal agreement with Alexander Mitrovic from Fulham.
What?
But they got their first bid of 30 million euros rejected, but the second bid is set to bid again. So let's see what's happened. So Mitrovic is going to the Saudi League.
Yeah. And Jordan Henderson is going to what the fuck? what was it called? Fuck something.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, my dyslexic eyes read what the fuck, So okay, I don't care about the Scousers; they can go there as well. So that's for me. From speaking to having my ears on the ground, it's pretty much a done deal for Nana. It is just a matter of fact. Personal terms agreed. Structure. This spoken about the image rights, everything, its legalities, dots and T's. It's just part of a payment structure, isn't it? Like 50 plus 5 add-ons. What the add-ons are. I don't really care about the money, Jarvis. To be honest, I just want the player to come in.
Yeah, same with me. I just want him in the club right now to be here in pre-season and get to know the guys. A goalkeeper, he needs to communicate well and know his center backs and fullbacks and teammates, and they need to know to play another style with the new goalkeeper. When he starts the game and how he wants them to move in front of him and to be secure. So yeah, we want Onana in soon. That's really important. It's not when it comes to, for example, Harry Kane. It wouldn't be a problem. He could come in the third round of the Premier League, last day of the window, and he will perform right away. But when it comes to Onana, he needs a little bit of time.
Onana, what's my name? Onana, what a save! I saved the game. Onana, seriously, Onana. It is the most important signing in Ten Hag's backbone structure. From there on, we kick on, because imagine the biggest threat is Onana with his passing abilities. This guy is sick on passing, right? All of a sudden, if you're Pep Guardiola or you're Jurgen Klopp or Arteta, you're going to think, oh shit, how am I going to mark this goalkeeper? Right? He's going to play like a center back or a center defender midfielder. You've seen how he do it, and his accuracy. Imagine like David De Gea, there's 17 balls, missed passes, like, went out to thin air, just went to opposition straight away. Onana, at least with 13, 14, 15 of them, will find the feet over Rashford, over Anthony, Mason Mount, anyone, he can find them. And all of a sudden we have the perfect build-up play. But it also, he's so quick on finding the fullbacks and the center backs, right? With Onana, we're going to play at sort of a diamond build-up. We're going to play what I think with three.
Is it 3-1-6 or
3-1-6? Yeah,
3-1-3-3. Depends how you want to say it.
That's going to be a total game changer in how we play, right? We're going to have more of a possession-based football as well, pressing-based.
And, so and the thing is, when we have Mason Mount, we will have 2 number 8s. So Mason Mount and Bruno will create triangles on each side with the fullbacks and the winger. Yeah. So we will see a different type of style next season, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Compost Smurf, because big up. I just love your doggy picture. Like, it's so cute. Australian Shepherd. I think we end up paying 50 for HOJLUND with the daft add-ons. I think so too. Lee Congerton, I was the first one to mention Lee Congerton, and then everyone started talking about Lee Congerton. I said, guess who's sitting there right now? I said Lee Congerton. And now every outlet talking about Lee Congerton. I'm glad to be the first to say who's sitting there. But they want silly money, because we mentioned this so much before. You pay on the market, you pay for what your outputs are, like, the stats. You cannot like slap a silly 100 million euro fee on a potential, right? The boy has talent. The boy, they can see something. If it was 1 year in the future right now and he's bagged 25 goals, yeah, fantastic, 100 million. But right now, what makes sense to me, 60 million max, tops, 50 plus 10 add-ons, and maybe some extra bonuses, right, to get it over the line, and potentially throw in a loan deal or whatever. Extra fringe players.
We have a couple of players. I read today that we are searching for a loan deal for Pilestri.
Maybe Pilestri goes to Atalanta. Ahmad is staying.
We want to re-sign a longer contract with him and loan him out for 1 season.
Yeah. We're playing 3-6-1. True. David is also saying if we can get Amrabat Onana as center back and striker, and one more midfielder, now coins, I would give a window of 7. We'll see how we go. But Amrabat, you mentioned something good in Saeed's channel yesterday, right? You saw more an Amrabat as a more deep playing central midfielder. You mentioned something very, very interesting. Could you sort of reiterate?
Yeah, what I'm saying, a lot of people don't agree with me, but when I read his stats and see him play, I see him more like a deep lying playmaker rather than a DM. So basically, he won't be a out and out replacement for Casemiro, backup for Casemiro, although he can play that way. But the way he receives the ball. He likes to have the ball in his feet. It's not a hot potato, and he can take on a man. If he's under pressure, he can dribble his man and move the ball forward. So he's progressing the ball, he's dribbling, and he takes down the tempo of the game. The same way as we saw Eriksen did in a couple of games. But we don't have that kind of player. So Eriksen is gassing out. We know he's in his 30s. He's had an injury and his heart problems. So yeah. Amrabat will be a different type of player, and I think we will learn to really appreciate him if he comes to our club.
I think so too. But at the end of the day, that's United has agreed personal terms already in January, and they have been maintaining connection. He's been promised to be sold this summer, right? Nobody's looking at him. We are looking at him, and I think maybe they told him, hold on, son, let us just get the goalkeeper first. Let us sort out the striker, and then we'll come and get you, boy, right?
Yeah.
and that's a good window.
And we have the Ten Hag Amrabat connection. You know, Ten Hag
Yes,
gave him his chance in Utrecht
Utrecht. Yes,
in
he did.
2014, 15, 16, one of those years. So, you know, like he's the godfather of Amrabat. He gave him his chance.
True.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
did a video
Amrabat
on this. We
will
did
love
a
to play under Ten Hag. And,
yeah, we did a video on this. If you go back in the channel, you can see we did a Amrabat special. Good afternoon, Angie. Good afternoon. Happy birthday to us, and happy birthday to you. How are you doing? Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
we have some news. Like Arsenal have just signed Jurien Timber. It's here
I
we
know.
go.
I know.
Jurien Timber, and he was one of Ten Hag's guys.
Yeah, but he backed off, didn't he?
Yeah,
That's it.
last
It was
season.
even yeah, it was even a Timber or get a Martinez, and he took the better player, and that was Martinez. So let him have Timber.
He didn't want to come to Man United because of Van Gaal. Van Gaal said to Jurien Timber that if you go to Man United, you will lose your spot in the World Cup.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing well anyway. Like this season, Timber.
No, I don't know. I don't follow Ajax too much, but yeah, maybe.
I don't
But
think
I think he will strengthen Arsenal. He will, like, now they have Declan Rice and Jurien Timber, so their central line is getting stronger.
that's
So
good. Good for
Arsenal
them.
are doing what they can to compete with Man City next year.
They are, but I don't think they will be successful. To be honest, right? I think that this last season, them finished second was an overachievement. We'll see. You're getting new blood in. Of course, they got to embed with the team. Your midfield needs to be sorted. You're going on the market 105 million for Declan Rice. Yeah, he might, but the deal is not done that yet. They haven't really signed it as of yet. It's not really done deal as of yet, was per my understanding. Midfield, who you're looking then to sell off Partey or Jorginho in order to accommodate for a Rice. What Arsenal need to focus is their attack. They needed that killer number 9, which they don't have. So, are they strengthening the wrong positionings?
Yeah, you saw last year when Gabriel Jesus was injured, they had to play with Nketiah, and it didn't work really well. So yeah, that's their little Achilles.
I didn't get their signing. I mean, they signed up Kai Havertz, as number 9. He wasn't that good. And he's not really a proper number 9 either.
No, he's not. The same as Jesus. But it's Arteta, and the same with Pep. They don't actually need a number 9 to play their style. Man City has done it many seasons. They have played with no strikers, basically.
Yeah,
Or the false number 9.
Sajif is saying Timber might be going to be a rotational right back. Sajif, wasn't you also? I saw you did a tweet to Terry Flewis to ask, have you seen the links with Thomas Partey in Arsenal and Manchester United? So apparently they're trying to sell off either Jorginho or Partey. Would you take a Partey to Manchester United? He will not play because of Casemiro. Doesn't make sense.
I really liked Partey when he played for Atletico Madrid, and he played with the guy who went to Chelsea but never played, the midfielder. What's his name again? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But Partey was good when he played in Atletico Madrid. He came to Arsenal. I don't think he's a DM in my opinion. I see him more as a number 8, but he can play as a number 6. Yeah. But yeah, of course I would take him. He's good. Yeah, it's Sal. Yeah, Jonathan Ball.
Okay.
He knows his ball.
Jonathan Ball knows his ball. Anthony Elanga. I want to discuss this. Ridiculous. Hang on a second. You're telling me 20 million for Anthony Elanga? Come on, man. This has two seasons playing 50 games for Manchester United. He's a Swedish national caps for Sweden as well. City just sold somebody for 20 million that plays for Bolton. Never played for England. Never played in the Premier League. They sold him for 20 million.
This is what, on this topic, I just have to say, Mick. Sorry to break in, but when it comes to selling players, we need money right away. We need money in our bank.
Yeah, we do.
So we need money. So when we sell players, we want as much as possible right away. When Manchester City sell players, they just sell them to balance the books. They don't need money right away. So they can sell a player for, let's say, 20 million, and have them over 5 years.
Yeah. Cool.
So it wouldn't cost. Would you rather like buy a TV 5 years and pay just a little bit, or do you want to pay it right out on the
Listen,
way when you just have a small wages to live?
guys, let's call a spade a spade. At the end of the day, we are not the financial director or, KPI holders of Manchester United. We're just consumers of the game. I want to see just good football. I want to see Ten Hag getting his targets, what he prefers, whatever he decides to go for, I will back, right? I know that Mason Mount wasn't the most sexiest signing. It's not about the sexiest signing, but it's the out as well. If you need to sort of do spring cleaning of your house, you have to. That means that you have to throw away a lot of things, and sometimes you have to put it for free, like garage sale. So this is, I don't really care if we, why debate like, okay, 20 million for Langa? Yeah, that is a little bit of a robbery, to be honest. But at the end, just get rid of that bloated squad, right? Ten Hag only wants to work with the 26-man, 27-man squad. He doesn't want to work with a big squad. This is too much work for him, right? So that's what I'm backing.
Yeah, and the thing with the Langa, he was really good when he was, I think it was 14 years old.
Yeah,
it was only him and Mason Greenwood who played for the under-19s in the academy. They were that good. He was one of the best. His physicality was really big and strong when he was younger, and he's one of the fastest players in our squad at the current moment. I think it's only Rashford that has more pace than him. So yeah, he's a good player, but he lack a little bit of end product. I would, if it was me, when it comes to Elanga, I would try to convert him to a wing back or something else, because I think he's a good player.
No, for me being living in Sweden, I do support Swedish players, but still, like, you need to go and develop, mate. You need to be either sold off or go on loan. And I'm tired of being Manchester United Library FC to loan up players. So you just need to loan them up, right? And forget it. Alex Reed, oh my God, you mentioned Pogba. I saw something circulate. Pogba come back to Manchester United against. Hell no. That guy looks Martial, like more fit than. Yeah, I don't know. We're done with Pogba. But anyway, yeah,
we got the new medical guy from Arsenal, so maybe that's why Pogba wants to come, because he thinks he can revitalize his career.
That was a banter lol, Alex Reed. Yeah, but the thing is, Tony Martial, 50 million down the drain. Tony Martial scores again. I love Tony. Injured again. I love Tony, and I wish him the best. If he can stay fit, he can play that backup striker. But the question is, does he want to be a backup striker? Has he reached his ceiling that he can only play certain games? And would that be a perfect just to keep him like as a backup striker, a senior?
Yeah, but we know Martial, when he gets a little bit of competition, he
caves.
He caves.
Yeah. He jinxes it.
I don't see him as a backup, because that's not his thing. He wants to be number one. In his head, he's the best striker we have in our club.
Yeah.
So try to sell him, please sell him. We don't need players who's always injured.
Listen, this is the kids. This is the future. Hannibal and Maine will push the favorites, keep them on the toes. 100% Stephanie. Needed to get a proper center forward to score 75 PL goals, a minimum. 75?
Only 75.
Not even Haaland could do that. No, even if you get a Rasmus HOJLUND, right? That guy will bag you 15, right? I believe he's got the ability. He scored a hat trick for Denmark. He scored 9 goals for Denmark. I think it was six out of 6, right? 9 goals only. But he was a short season. He only played like 3/4 of a season in Serie A. That's the thing. But if you look at him, if you look at the reports and the scouting reports, and when people have seen him live play, they said this boy is sick, right?
Yeah.
What is it to say that he comes in under Erik Ten Hag? And Ten Hag, if played youth players in Ajax, young players, right? If you good enough, you're old enough. So what is it to say that we need this proven 30-year-old striker? This guy could be goal contributor, because goals going to come in for the central number 9. Goal's going to come in from Garnacho. Goal's going to hopefully come in from Ahmad, from Anthony, many players, and Mason Mount. The set pieces, the way we're going to play with the 3-1-6, that means that you're going to squeeze the opposition high up. You're always going to have ball retention, keep the ball, and it's constantly going to be cutthroat backs. Like, you saw that in Olivard when Ahmad played. He played a killer pass from the corner byline, straight into the feet of Hannibal, who hit the ball straight into the goalkeeper. But that was a goal opportunity. They kind of gave you a picture how Ten Hag wants to play. Happy birthday, says Simon Heron. Happy birthday. Listen, where is the players? Listen, I want to sort of take this moment to just play the congratulations from fellow content creators, if you don't mind, Jarvis. So guys, make yourself a coffee, enjoy this little small cinema. Let's go. Let's do this.
Solo, and I'm so pleased to say happy 1-year anniversary to Realistic TV. Mickey, Ruby. A year got, mate, and you're smashing it. Absolutely 15k in a year. That's what you call phenomenal. And also, you're massive when it comes to supporting other communities, small channels as well. Got so much respect, so much time for you, bro. I love you like a brother. And literally, let's go. Let's get this 20k wrapped up before the end of the year, man, because you truly deserve to be hitting those numbers. And this is a massive shout out, and this is coming from the Man United Agenda boys. And we respect you, we love you, bro. We love working with you. And may the great work, the great content that you put in out daily, the consistency daily that you've been throwing out as well, continue to live up. I'm making sure you guys are liking every single show that Mickey Ruby does, because without you guys, he wouldn't be anywhere. And he knows that. And that's what's the best part of Mickey Ruby, because he knows he loves the community and love what the community does to help and support. So from me, Solo, from the Man United Agenda, literally, guys, I'm saying a big happy birthday, and may the 20k subscribers kick in before the end of the year. And from me, bless. Thank you, guys, and good luck with everything in the future, Mickey Ruby. I am with you all the way.
Thank you so much, Solo. Big up. This guy is amazing. Errol Solo from Man United Agenda. Humbly thanks, because we started this journey together as well. We've been collaborating a lot, and I'm speechless. Thank you, mate, for your humble words. Guys, if you haven't, go check Man United Agenda. Please like and subscribe. Go check them out as well. Let's continue. Humble. I'm not good with compliments, Jarvis. I'm crying almost. Let's go.
Oh, I don't know where she's trending or when she's gonna blow. I guess she's got a reason, so I just wanna know. Cause for almost 1 year I've been living next door to Alice. 1 year past, waiting for a chance to tell her how I feel, maybe get a second glance. Now I'm sitting right here, living next door to Alice.
Hey Mick, congratulations on reaching 15,000 subscribers and having your 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Smashing it. Be crazy to see how many subscribers you'll be on in a year's time. Keep going.
Now I'm sitting right here, living next door to Alice.
Thank you, Alice. We did a cracking show the last week, if you remember, and the DMs after was amazing from you. Welcome back to the channel once again. People want to see you. We want to collaborate further. But thank you for the kind words. Alice is a fantastic. If you haven't been to Alice's channel, please go there, check it out, like and subscribe as well. Big up to you, Alice, and thank you for your support.
Hi, it's Dan. I just want to say a massive congratulations to Mick and MUFC Realist TV. Congratulations on hitting 15,000 subscribers, giving myself, a young content creator who has a smaller channel, the chance to express his opinions, but one of the best channels on YouTube for Manchester United content. They are absolutely incredible, totally deserving of 15,000 subscribers, and to do it in the first year, on the birthday, on the dot, I just want to say happy birthday to MUFC Realist TV. I can't wait to be on the channel again at some point, but as you can see, I am on holiday. But honestly, congratulations to Mick, to Jarvis, everyone else that's involved with MUFC Realist TV. You're all legends. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dan Corfield. If you haven't seen this young, bright talent, this guy knows ball. He's young. I mean, he was one of the first guys to come into my channel, and we were talking like we were nobodies. But please, thank you, Dan. And you will see more Dan on this channel as well. Dan is amazing. Go check out Red Devils TV as well. Like and subscribe. Let's continue with our favorite Mr. Therapy.
Congratulations to Mick, Ruby, and also ManUFC TV. Happy birthday. Congratulations on the 15K. Sorry that I can't be there with you guys. I'm in work. But yeah, enjoy the stream. And yeah, happy birthday again to the channel. And solidarity and love always. And congratulations on the 15K, man. Big up to you and big up to everybody else. Big up all the people watching, all of the different streamers, and everybody else who's contributing. Big up Jarvis as well. I like Rick Ashley, never gonna give you up, but love and light, people. Excuse me, I hope you have a brilliant stream. Peace, take care. Win, lose or draw, Glazers out, bankers out.
Win, lose, draw, bankers law. Thank you, Nuradin. Nuradin couldn't be today, but he sent a beautiful message. Thank you, Nura. Collaboration with Nura has always been fun. We got in touch together on the day when Jarvis joined the channel for the first time was the Glazers out. And this is when I got in contact with Nura and with yourself, and the rest is history. And now you're sitting here under me, Jarvis. Let's continue. Thank you, Nura.
Yes.
Big up to you. Glazers out, bankers out.
I'm on the move, but I thought I'd take a bit of time out to say congratulations, happy 1 year anniversary to Mick. He's grown an incredible audience, an incredible family on his channel, so I'm really happy to have been a part of it. Even a small bit, the couple of episodes that I've done with him, the good chats we've had. He's a great guy, he's working hard, and that's what it's all about. So here's to the next year, here's to the many years that follow as well. Big up Realist TV.
Oh, thank you, Anil Kandola from TalkSport. You've seen us having a few streams together. Love him to pieces. Thank you, brother. He's an upcoming, very good journalist working on hard at TalkSport. Go check him out as well, please. But we look forward to have Anil back on the channel again soon. Big up, big up, big up. Let's continue with the,
Happy 1 year anniversary from MUFC Realist TV. For Mick Ruby and Nick Jarvis and all the Man United community. 15,000 subs, looking good. We've come a long, long way together. Through the good times and the bad. I like to appreciate you, baby. I like to praise you like I should.
Dun, 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 dun,
That should be the ringtone for you. Should get out, you know. And all the best from Andy Tate and everybody at Stretford Paddock. Keep doing what's doing. No clickbait, this channel is. This is just pure Man United fan content. Watch it, appreciate it, and here's to more good times ahead. All the best.
All aboard. Thank you, Andy Tate. As you've seen, he came in one day, just called in, and since then he's been part of the No Bullshit United. Big up Andy, and big up the Paddock as well, our collaboration partners, and we're looking forward to bring on J Marty as well very, very soon. Big up. We have, I don't know what it is, but if somebody donated a super sticker, I don't know, it was a blank something.
Yeah. Thank you, Balal Mustafa.
Is it a super sticker? It doesn't say anything. I don't know. What is it? But thank you anyway. If you forgot to write anything, can you please write it down again so we can sort of repeat what you kind of wrote? But if it was a super sticker, I understand. But thank you for your donation. Just going to monitor if there's anything in for Balal, I will sort of write down. But thank you so much. Again, this stream was all about to celebrate the 15K 1 year anniversary, and the people that came from starting from zero, from being a sole person having no clue to actually having the legends of the game Tate, Daly, yourself coming on board, working alongside with Alice, Mo, Cass from Never a Foul has been on as well. I even had, beautiful Colleen from twice. Colleen actually from United, the Terrace. We had also the Arsenal fan. What's his name? Sorry, forgot.
Stu Wally
as well. Yeah. So 100%. Like, this is very touching for me to and all these beautiful video messages that I got. So thank you so much.
and it's
very
training
touching.
memberships.
Is
Angie, you legend. She's just gifted 10 membership to the community.
Jesus,
So
I
we have
need a
10 new
gong.
members. Where's the gong?
Listen, okay, I gotta do something, right? You keep that gas going, all right? You keep that gas going, so we have to do applauses. Thank you for
Angie.
everyone that find this channel. Thank you everyone for subscribed. Thank you, Angie, for donating 10 memberships. You guys are amazing. Fantastic community. And all I can say is this is what it's all about. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Don't cry, Mick. No, make me cry.
It's tears of joy. It's so surreal to the hard work that's been gone into the cancellation of people trying to cancel me when I was growing. I'm not going to mention, but it's been horrendous. And to break through the barrier, to break through 15K and developing this amazing community. I'm sorry, Jarvis. Hang on a second.
Okay, thank you for the community. So many good messages I see here. I see Stephanie Griffith says legends, and there's so many legends here. Jonathan Ball with the low heart after it. Oh, I say Mick is peeling onions. Edward Reed. So now I say Jarle Malmin says, now we're all crying. You deserve everything you can get. And Sanjay Vermas asked if he can come in case
No, not now. Not now. I need to calm down a bit. Emotional. But big up. Thank you. Sorry for that. It's just tears of joy.
Mick is real. We love you.
Thank you. I mean, these messages that I received now from all the fellow content creators means a lot. We've been collaborating. Even when Flying Pig's mother passed away, we took over his show, and it's all about sharing, loving, and caring. And it's all about providing a positive environment. We're not competing with anyone. Never want to compete. We want to be ourselves. We want to be real. Allow you to be you. And thank you for seeing the value in what we're providing and the content that we put in. It's not that I'm profitable or making any money, but it's just show passion for doing so. You know what I mean? Every single super chat helps. Every single membership help in the way we can pave the way forward. So thank you so much. Moving forward, I'm expecting people to come in.
Jonathan Ball has a question here I can just answer really quick. He asks, Jarvis, why do you think Isaac Hansen Oren's performance versus Leeds? Yeah, Isaac, he's a little magician, I love that guy to pieces. He's so great. I have so big expectations for him in the future, But he's still young, and he plays in the central, in the midfield as a deep lying playmaker. I would say comparing to Modric, you heard it before, or even Pirlo, because he has so good spatial awareness. But he needs to play more games. He needs a couple of loans. He can come back in 2 years and be the players we want him to be. But, I have been following this kid since I think he was 12 or 13 years old in Tromsø, my hometown. So yeah, Isaac, he's going places. Believe me.
Isaac.
Mm.
Yeah, no, okay. People, if you want to come in and have a say, we will open up the chat line right now. Please, moderators, everyone that's been involved, it's a party. Just come in, dial in, talk whatever you want, but just don't come in naked. So I'll paste the link, the calling link into the chat. And I know there's one gentleman that is desperate to get in because he's been asking, and that's Cheif from Australia. So I'll post it in. Guys, please be respectful. I just posted the calling link. Jonathan Ball, if you want to also come in, you've been a baller, you've been a trooper. All the moderators, you want to come in and say hi. You don't have to show your face. Just come in and say you say. Sajif just joined. He's in the backstage. Oh my God, he's
Hi
going.
Mick, how are you doing? First of
Hey.
Namaste, how are you? G'day,
been a
mate.
while. It's been a while, man. How are you, man?
I'm busy,
and
man.
and a huge congratulations to your YouTube channel.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we have successfully reached 15K, and also first anniversary. And actually, I didn't know you started this show like a year ago. To be
I
honest
did.
with you.
I
Well,
did. That
yeah.
was it. There was the opening intro. You see,
Mm.
0 subs, clueless, just saying hello. That was me
Yeah.
1 year ago, exactly today.
Mm.
And but I guess
I think
these
I
things.
may have, yeah. I think the first time I saw you was from like this channel called the United Real Therapy.
Yes,
I think that's where I firstly I saw
that
you.
was with Nuradin, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I came on his channel like I think once. I came on his channel like once. It was, I believe it was a Sevilla game preview. I think I came on his channel like once, pretty much.
Fantastic. So welcome back. Thanks for the wishes.
Yeah.
No, oh, I don't want to be in the middle. Nah, that was a bad layout. We do this one.
Oh,
It is,
that is fine.
That's
now.
better.
Yeah,
Let the
that's
birthday party be a. Guys,
Yeah.
do you mind if I just go make myself a coffee?
Go ahead,
Make
man.
yourself a coffee.
Make
But thank
yourself-
you, Sajid, and everyone in the room. Guys, sorry if I'm crying. I need to calm myself down. Like, you know, I know Neil Driscoll. I know, but it's just not sadness. It's just tears of joy.
Tears of happiness.
Because
I can understand.
if you guys know what I've been under, like, you know, over this year, it's been, you know, somebody tried to hijack my channel. Somebody tried to destroy the channel. Some people don't like you to be successful in the YouTube space, right? Some people see that you're growing and they want to sabotage, and you know, I've been sabotaged, but I managed. My viewers dropped and everything. I was like down on 150 views, struggling. I was about to give up, and then I said, nah, you know, I'm not going to be canceled, and I just kept pushing. And then it's just been hard work, and this community came alive, and that kept me going more to push harder, like, you know, to be, because all of a sudden I have a family to take care of. Like, you guys are my family, like, you know, everyone is the kids, the VR room. John Johnson is saying also a super chat. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Angie, for the 10 memberships donation. Thanks you, Chris. Listen, I gotta. You guys
take a couple of minutes. Me and Sanjeev can just talk about the latest news. So, what you take about Onana? Do you have any?
I don't have any issue, man. I've seen quite enough of him. His passing range is very good as well, and yeah, I've watched the Champions League final, but sadly, I was very hurt about seeing City celebrating a treble. You know what? I mean, it's life. We still got to move on and stuff like that. But yeah, Andre Onana for me, he has been superb at Ajax as well. I can't lie. Yeah, I don't mind him, but I heard I heard that there's the United Real Therapy was saying he has rated Diego Costa like more than Onana. I mean, I totally understand it, but like, you know, like last World Cup, but I've seen much of Diego Costa. He seemed to be actually less confident. I've seen quite some errors in him, and I just felt like Onana is more of a confident goalkeeper for me.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to a player like Onana, he seems to have the right mentality to be a
he
Man
has
United
the right
goalkeeper, because
mentality, and
we have had big personalities in the future, like Peter Schmeichel or Van der Sar. So you have to have the right mentality to be a United goalkeeper, because you're under a lot of pressure from Twitter, social media. It's not easy playing on Old Trafford, and we have high expectations for our goalkeepers.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, so I think Onana, he looks like he would fit that role.
He definitely will fit into the stadium, and also the fans have to remember that like he has played with the likes of he Lisandro Martinez. He has played with him just before. So Ten Hag is trying to build a team where he's trying to play like the mixture of Pep and Klopp system. And I think that was my main observation, because last season we clearly did not have the players that we wanted. We wanted Frankie de Jong, but we got Casemiro. So I mean, I give like the board like just a half a bit of credit, but I'm still Glazers out and John Mota out for me. It still doesn't change my mind, to be honest with you.
No, we won't change our mind when it comes to the Glazers. They need to go. So I just have a question for the VAR room. If you have any questions for me and Sanjeev, just send them in right now, so we have something to talk about. And I will move on to HOJLUND. What's your thought about HOJLUND? He's probably the next target when Onana is getting confirmed. And here we go from Mr.
Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah, Romano.
I heard he's 85 million. Is it in euros or pounds? I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of new rumors. Some say 50, some say 65, some say 60, but it depends. It's add-ons, basically. So I think someone mentioned in the chat 50, 55 plus add-ons. So performance add-ons if he plays in the Champions League, if he scores a goal in Champions League, if he win the Premier League. So yeah, we can get, but I would just slap on a lot of performance-based add-ons, so he can give them 50 million and let's say 20 millions in add-ons. That will be okay for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it should be okay, but I just feel like because since last season he has only had 11 goals and assists, but see, my only main issue about last season is that we lack goals. So we need sort of a player that can easily guarantee you 20 or 25 plus odd goals. Some for example Harry Kane or maybe Victor Osimhen, some sort of place. So we wanted that, because next season the Premier League is gonna be more tough. You will see the likes of Aston Villa trying to improve more, trying to get into Champions League. You will also see Brighton. You will see. Don't forget about Newcastle as well, and Chelsea as well. Even though we have slept on them for since last season, they came 12th, and they have Poch. By the way, their football is going to really improve. Arsenal expect them to be in the title challenge. Man City, very much possible can get 4 in a row. So we need goals, and we need goals at most.
Yeah, last season it was only Rashford who was performing and was constantly scoring goals.
Yeah,
so we had a problem with goal scorers. I think we will get more goals from Mason Mount this season. And I think when we have a new goalkeeper, we will push up with a higher line. So we will see more from both the wingers and the fullbacks and the 2 number 8s that we will get now under Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Oh, here we have John Ball. How you doing,
Hello.
mate?
Hello there.
Hi.
So, well done. Deserved it. Both you, Jarvis, you, Mick. Absolutely superb. Congratulations. Hi, Sanjeev.
Thank you.
Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, you're on mute, Mick.
John?
There is.
So good to see a name, a face to a name, John Ball.
This is it.
Jonathan Ball, thank you so much for everything that you've done for this channel as well. You've been absolutely baller. You know Ball. So, good to see
I'm
you.
the dribbler.
Sorry, I had to take a little bit of a break. I got too emotional. Needed to make another refreshment brew.
I just thought it was the tears of bitterness that the Chelsea fans are all crying over Mount.
So what, you're drinking Chelsea tears, or what's going on there, Bolly?
Chelsea tears, or the tears of caffeine, one or the other.
Welcome to the show. First debutant, Jonathan Ball, one of the chief moderators in the house. Big up to you, sir, and big up to all of you, everyone that's doing bits and jobs on the Telegram community chat as well. Everyone is welcome to have a say. I will post the link here as well because this is a celebration. Woohoo, Stina, how are you doing? Woohoo.
No, it's not Stina.
Who was that?
It's her sister.
Ah, a sister. You're not gonna, please. You know what I'm thinking. Go. No.
No, don't. No.
Don't do the hairy chest.
It's a family-friendly show.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know who I was thinking about? I'm gonna post this call-in link again. But listen, what did I miss? What did I miss while I was going crying?
We talked about Onana first, and now we have come to HOJLUND and the price for HOJLUND and what we can expect from HOJLUND next season. I'm actually interested in hearing what Johnny Ball thinks about it.
Yes,
HOJLUND.
yes.
I don't think we're going to get HOJLUND because I don't see Atlanta going down. With the guy that's in charge now who thinks we're the same outfit as we were when he was doing for Leicester, I reckon he just thinks we're going to cave in. So I actually think, unless it's right at the end of the transfer window, we're not getting HOJLUND. We'll be going for someone else.
Like a hurricane?
I just don't see Levy selling to an English club. He hates it. He hates us since Carrick. He'll let him go for free rather than sell to us.
Oh yeah, but that's you know, Levy is a finance guy, right? Bolly. Let's face it, he will cave. You know, I saw reports that he's like they're thinking to offer Harry Kane 400k a week just to keep him at the club. But then it comes down to Harry Kane. Do you have an ambition, or would you just take the money?
I think he might stay. You know, I think he might sign a new contract and stay.
Yeah,
that'd be stupid.
I have a feeling. Did anybody watch him on? I don't know if any of you watch When We Feast, the Buffalo Hot Wings show. He was on there. He was on. Harry Kane was on there. It was like it was the very first one. They go up in range of hotness, and he was on the first one. He goes, "That's a bit hot. That's a bit hot." Guy's got no bottle. He's
so
not
British.
going anywhere.
And that was a mild, like, pepper, wasn't it?
He's not going for it. It's not happening. He has nothing between that head of his.
Yeah, that's where they test the level of hotness by different sauces, right? And they go up in grade, and they served in pepper, black pepper. So that's too hot for me. I like bland British food. Ta-ta-da.
And it's where he goes, I quite like a good curry. I went, how do you?
Are you from the land of the curries, like the region of the curries?
Yeah, I'm from the curry belt of England, the West Midlands.
Tell us about it.
Well, let's be honest. Indian food isn't the same in Britain as it is in India. With the curries that we know, Balti shops and all that, it's all grew up around our version of it. So in Midlands, we're quite famous for a lot of curry houses, Balti houses. So yeah, we've always been known as the Balti belt of England, really. Hello there.
Hello,
nice
Phil.
Good evening.
Phil.
How are we doing?
Phil.
Can you hear me?
Welcome to this. Yeah, I can see you. You're a little bit blurry in the background, and you got a shiny forehead.
Yeah, that's basically because I've got my blur on because I realise the mess that's going on behind me. So
I love your new haircut, mate. I love your new haircut. G.I. Joe in the house. You try to look like Jay Daly all of a sudden. Listen, mate, I want to personally thank you. You were the first one that joined the panel, right? Remember, you and me were struggling, right? Remember the times we had 50 viewers sometimes. So I don't know what we're doing wrong, Mick. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest problem was trying to get the fans to interact, because it was, we were just talking to each other, which we could do all night anyway. But we were thinking, what is it that's not making it interesting? Why is nobody bothering joining in, sort of thing? Because that's what makes the show, where all the people joining in the VAR room, sort of thing. That's what makes it, when they communicate with you, when they raise questions, when they ask how things are going, when they raise a topic of conversation. That's what makes it entirely. So that was what was missing, I think, in the beginning, and it's just been great to see it grow. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Can I just say one thing, Mick, Jarvis, and Phil, all of you? This takeover, everything else, it really messed with my mental health. I know it's stupid saying that football shouldn't be that serious, but it did, because it's such a passion for us. And I'm not the only one. I've talked to a lot of the people on the stream, and your channel has really helped. It has massively helped. So much more calm about stuff now, because we just talk about it, talk through it, and then it is what it is. We can only influence what we can influence, and don't get too high or too low about it all. And you guys really help that. And one of the things that that made me really want to join in with the channel and join everybody, it was the moderators, Simon, Andrew, everybody. You all know who you are, Jamie, everything. That's such great people. Andy, obviously, he's crazy. But everybody is such good people, and they'll talk about United, and they won't get, it's not a drama, it's not an argument. It's I've got this opinion, you might have that one. Let's have a chat about it. And that's brilliant. It's such a great community, and you've built, and you deserve all the congratulations, because you have built that.
Appreciate that, Johnny. I mean, just to add to that, falling in line with exactly what you've just said, tonight's show, the 10 o'clock show, we are going to be discussing exactly that. We've got a special show at 10 o'clock to discuss mental health off the back of Daly Ali's interview that came out yesterday. So it's a big topic of conversation for tonight. It's basically what the show is about.
Mental United.
So it's we're going to be discussing it in detail. We're going to be discussing about the players, how it impacts them. I've got a few examples that I want to kind of read through. I'm sure there's hundreds, but we've got a few ready, sort of thing. And one of the things that Mick mentioned is how it impacts the fans like yourself. The things like the takeover and that, which to me we can get into tonight, sort of thing. But I want to keep it like
we'll
discuss it tonight.
I want to keep it like an open mic, because at the end of the day, it concerns the fans. So everyone, like Daly Ali, you don't want to talk about it. I understand, you're strong enough, but I've been there myself. I know how it feels like when you hit the brick wall. There's the struggle, there's the internal struggle every day. So if we can provide you with the emotion sickness pill, or you can use this as a forum to talk, and share experience, because sharing is caring at the end of the day. And I forever grateful for this community, for your words, John, as well, and trying to provide the calmness into this whole story, to call it for what it is. At the end of the day, we as a fan base are the one that's suffering from all this media spin, from all the transfer news, and because we are passionate, we believe in the club, we want to be successful, right? So if we can come together and talk like adults, applying logic and reasoning to everything that we do, to share the different thoughts. Some people might say conspiracies or whatever, but no, it's just general chit-chat conversation, isn't it? What's your take on it? What do you think? It's not about cracking the Da Vinci Code. 10 o'clock. It's not about cracking the Da Vinci Code or breaking stories. At the end of the day, we're all passionate about getting the club back to the glory days, glory Manchester United. Everyone has a story to tell. So please, 10 o'clock, this should have been the United Standish show, but we decided we're going to call it Mental United. Like, let's talk about mental health, and it's going to be very, very important. So everyone tune into that one. Call in if you can. I know it might be late in Australia, or I don't know. If you're interested in just easing off your chest, welcome. Thank you.
I have a questions for our guests. Sanjeev and Johnny. It's from Edward Reed in the comments. He had the question: do you think Mainu is good enough to stay at the club and not be loaned out? I like to see him on the bench regularly this season. So let's go with Sanjeev first. What do you think about Mainu?
I think from last season I've seen quite enough of him, especially during the FA Cup games and the Carabao Cup games. I think at such young age, and I think he was 17 last season. For me personally, he's going to be a very quickly. I think he looks like some sort of a really good gifted player for me. So I believe that he will his development being in the first team is going to be a very quick one for me. So I believe he will be on the bench.
Yeah, okay. And then back to Johnny.
I find it an interesting one because actually I thought from seeing him last season in the academy, great potential, wonderful player, could be, will need a loan, definitely need a loan to develop. After seeing him against Leeds, it sort of made me rethink a bit. And I know it's pre-season, we can get carried away. We think about Iqbal and Savage last season, and we got really carried away with them pair. But you see something in him that he's got the physicality to compete at a level that's above his age group. He's got the talent, and the thing that really impressed me was his ability to scan. He was taking the ball on the half turn, and he was turning out of trouble. He knew where he was on the pitch. He had the awareness of other players, which you don't always get with young players. That's something often they have to learn. So actually, I could see him doing really well as a backup player or having 10 minutes, 15 minutes there. But I just wonder whether actually, if you give him 12 months loan now, when he's playing lots of football, in 12 months, you've got a player that's definitely possibly a first 11 squad player, rather than just having minutes here and there to build that development up. So I think if we loan him, you're going to see a better player in 12 months' time, and he's already a good player. So I'll go for a loan, but not for the same reasons now.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point. But when it comes to players, what I have missed from our club is a plan with the players we loan out, because we saw it with the Iqbal, Zidane. We
actually
kept
sold
him,
Iqbal,
and
right?
why did we keep him? He didn't play 1 minute.
That's why I say Library FC.
So, yeah.
Who would you play him instead of?
Manu.
Mainu, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think he is not going to get ahead of our first four, which obviously is going to be Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Mount. So it's you split up the minutes between Fred, him, and McTominay. Well, he's going, but I'll believe it when it's happened. I'm more of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're speaking
at the moment,
now and here. But if we get then recruiting an Amrabat, do you see him still going on a loan, or?
I think that reduces his time, because you've got to promise Amrabat minutes to get here. So that's why I think a loan.
I want to play the devil's advocate. Like I know it's too early pre-season, but what if Ten Hag has a plan to say, let's see how the kid's going. Kobbie Mainoo in the pre-season tour. If he does really well, he might be the understudy, right? He's good enough. He's old enough.
I mean,
I don't need to strengthen.
Yeah, I think you've got to trust Ten Hag. He's the one that's seeing all the.
It doesn't cost you any money.
Players 24/7. We don't see them. We see them for 45 minutes, 90 minutes, 10 minutes every week or every other week. So I'm always going to trust Ten Hag, but I do feel he's either got to play him or let him go on loan. He can't do a Nick Bell this year with him because that's going to waste the talent again.
Okay, so let's say like this, right? A lot of people don't think about it. Everyone is so obsessed with the ins, right? But look at the talent that we have, right? The way you used to be under Sir Alex Ferguson, you always had a youngster coming in, right? If it's that case that they do well on the preseason, what is it to say that, you know, we're saving money by actually implementing these youngsters? Like, give them a few minutes here and there in the cup finals, in the cups and stuff like that, because it's going to be a lengthy season, right?
I don't think any United fan is ever going to, well, apart from Goldbridge, obviously, ever complain about us.
You said United
playing. Well, true.
I might get sued
about us playing youngsters at all, ever. I mean, that's what the history's built on. And if you think about what Fergie used to say, he used to talk about age profiles in his squad. He'd want some at the more experienced age. He'd want the coming into their full potential, and then he'd want younger players. So he was all about that. He actually used to talk about that a lot on his lectures. So I'm not against it. I just don't want to see it like an Iqbal again, where we're going to keep him and he doesn't play. I don't think that's fair on the player or the club squad, because you need to develop these players.
You just need to look at Ahmad, what he did last season. He was given the right loan at the right place.
Exactly.
He was given the time and he proved himself. And he was I think he was Sunderland's player of the season. And he come back.
Yeah, he's your player of the season.
And the thing is, sadly, social media, all you saw after the Leeds game the other day was, you know, all the mistakes he made, or he wasn't as good as this person, or he wasn't as good as Noah Emron who came on. And it was just like, look, at the end of the day, you're judging a player on watching him for one game and stuff. This is where the fan base can turn quite quickly. And I think that is part of the decision making that Ten Hag will make. He's not stupid. If he throws somebody into the fire too quickly, then they'll be slaughtered. And, you know, going back to what we're saying about tonight, you know, sort of thing, the mental health, big thing to consider and a big thing to a part of the decision making sort of thing. It's a real big part of it. It's not just what they can do on the pitch. Are they ready to play football? Yes, they're fantastic. They can play great with 1,000 fans at the under, you know, for the League Two, Premier two games. But when it comes to the big in front of 70,000 people, 80,000 people, and they're all over social media and they're on Sky Sports Monday Night Show and whatever else being reviewed because they've had a performance, that's where they start to listen more to what's going on, and are they mentally ready for it as well as physically?
Phil, you can stay there in the Jumbotron because Ten Hag has always said he only wants to keep the world-class players, potential world-class players, right? And Duncan here, the Badger sign here, if you loan players, he's going to be under lesser coaches and no guarantee of playing time. And that's also a risk in loaning out the players, you know? We've been fortunate with Ahmad, though. Ahmad didn't have a good spell with Rangers.
Correct.
He only kicked off the Sunderland because the manager and the coaching staff was perfect for him, right?
Well, that's it. That's getting the right loan deal, isn't it? Getting the right one in place. I mean, you know, the obviously one of the most famous loan deals that United had was with David Beckham to Preston North End. He came back from there, and the rest is history. You know, we know what happened. So getting the right thing in place. Malcolm, happy birthday! It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Malcolm! His birthday today as well. Good luck,
happy birthday, Malcolm. I ain't gonna sing to you, but happy birthday.
Yeah, it's also my wedding anniversary, 14th. Good date. So good things come in 14, right? I bet
Alvina's made up that you're spending all day on social medias.
Oh yeah, no, I got her a little gift, like, you know, one of those book readers. What do you call it? Kindle, Amazon Kindle. Oh, she stuck with it for hours.
Fantastic.
Mick is out of the doghouse.
Jarvis, no, I think, you know. Sorry, go on, Jarvis.
No, yeah. I'm just another topic. You know, it's an interesting signing to watch now, because Juventus, the director of Juventus came out yesterday. He said he's going to get rid of 4 players. It was basically Bonucci is going to get out, but also Arthur Melo, the former Barcelona, former Liverpool, and now current Juventus player. And the rumors has it that Fiorentina are looking at Arthur Melo as a replacement for Amrabat. So that's an interesting one. So
But also,
if Fiorentina signs Arthur Melo, we know Amrabat is leaving.
Jarvis, stay there. AC Milan defender Theo Hernandez is also being linked to Manchester United.
Theo Hernandez?
Yeah.
That's literally another left back, is it?
Yeah. Now
Obsessed Manchester United ready to pull off a great transfer bomb after European giants demand crazy fee. AC Milan defender Theo Hernandez, according to reports, Manchester United are currently obsessed with the AC Milan left back Theo Hernandez. Why would they go for another left back?
Yeah,
we're not going for a centre back. We're going for a left back and use Luke Shaw.
I was going to say, that's the only thing that you could see is he going to move Luke Shaw to permanently centre back?
Yeah, but we have another one, Alvaro Fernandez, that I saw. Yeah, I want to see more of
looks
Alvaro
good, to be
Fernandez.
honest. I saw that game.
Right. I don't know. Sometimes you got to call the paper talks a paper talk, right? That's the thing. What about this? Anyone knows anything about this FFP charges by Barcelona being charged and Manchester United? It was 300,000 euros.
Something to do with I was going to say something to do with the COVID losses. That they've now changed the rules where they accept the amount of COVID losses. So because we're obviously still well behind the curve on trying to make money, it's something. I know it's something to do with that. I'll never claim to know FFP properly. That's why I always look at the Swedish Rumble.
Oh, yeah, I know Swedish Rumble. I speak to him on the phone. Listen, at the end of the day, who are they to fucking charge us? What about City? 150 charges. 150 charges. And why are they charging us? I don't understand. That's the thing. João Felix, potential loan moon to Manchester United makes
I'm
also.
down for that. I'm down
I
for
think
that
that
deal.
you will go for that. The thing is that he's not welcome with the Simeone. He made him train with the kids. He's not even allowed to be close to the first team.
Yeah.
So it's either for them to cut the losses, sell him on the cheap, and they cannot demand another 20 million fee for him, right? Sajeev, talk sense.
Yeah, honestly, I would love to see João Felix because we do need another player that can have some serious competition with Bruno Fernandes. Because see, the thing is that we can't afford to play Fernandes like every game, and and the fans have to remember as well, because he has played like the most the most number of games, which is like how many games in all competitions? Like 60? Was it? Is it 60 games? Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm down for that loan deal. He will. And see the thing was, like, him at Chelsea, João Felix at Chelsea, like that
wasn't a good marriage.
It wasn't a very good. Like I've been saying that to my friends who are Chelsea fans.
And he knows Mason Mount as well by now.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So
yeah, I'm gonna go to the person that, because we have Jonathan Ball never been there, but I'm gonna ask Jonathan a question. I know that Jarvis got to shoot off soon as well. Apparently, Graham Bailey, right, the journalist, he's been on the show as well. He revealed that in an article that Erik ten Hag reveals Manchester United plan for Amad Diallo, right? He insists to keep working with the winger Amad Diallo this summer before making a decision on his short-term future to the club. He sees him as a potential starter in the starting 11 this season. Do you reckon this is the now or never for Amad Diallo to rise and shine? You saw the match, the pre-season match. He was fantastic.
I thought he was good. I thought what he did was good. And he was really part of that front press that Mount would trigger. He worked really hard. He cut off passing lanes, and then when on the ball, he showed some real quality. I mean, he set up Hannibal, and you'd think that Mick really should have done a bit better with that chance. So,
Hannibal
had an
should have done
assist.
better,
So I think he did perfectly fine. Is it his last chance? No, I don't think it is. I think football's changed a lot, and I don't think now, just because you have one or two loans, that it means necessarily.
Somebody's calling you. I go to
terrible. Sorry about that. So I've just quickly got rid of him. So yeah, I don't think it necessarily means, but he would need another good loan. And like we've already said, we're not particularly good at that. So I'd like to keep him. But I don't think you can keep Ahmad and Pellistri. One of them's got to go on loan.
Something's got to give, One has to
So
go on loan.
I think at the moment, Ahmad's probably the lot more likely one. You saw a much more physical side of him compared to what he has been. And I think it would be good to take advantage of that momentum he's got. So I'd keep him and get him to be really push Anthony. And the other thing is, we still don't know what's going on with the striker. I could see him playing false nine in some games. I really could. And the other thing with Felix, I actually think the idea around the Felix would be play him on the left and have Rashford up front, because we can't get a striker, especially at the end of the season. Like you had Ten Hag saying he can do better, he can score more goals. He'll be working with Benny more.
Okay. Cheers, John. I'm going to ask Phil also. Phil, we paid £37 million for him back in the days for Atalanta. If you had a choice to either, if this was a deal breaker to say Atalanta for Rasmus Højlund, and they want to have a loan spell with either Pellistri, and I know they want pretty much Ahmad back on Atalanta because that's where we bought him from. Which one would you let go if you were Erik ten Hag?
I think we need to see where pre-season goes, because we've seen Pellistri last year against Real Betis, what he could do in those few short minutes, and we got that fourth goal. I've said this before on another show where it got us through to the next round. We've not seen much of him, so there was moments towards the end of the season where we were desperate for a goal, and Pellistri was sat on the bench, and you're thinking, bring him on, and he's bringing Fred and McTominay on, and you're just thinking, what is it that Ten Hag doesn't trust in Pellistri at this moment? So I think off the back of that, you're probably looking at letting Pellistri go on loan for whatever reason that Ten Hag doesn't trust him, and allow Ahmad to have his chance, sort of thing, because he's shown what he can do, and he nearly scored 2 or potentially 3 the other day against Leeds. But he's just been excited. He's got the opportunity. He was getting in the right places. So I think you just give him a chance. Let's see what happens next week against Lille. He'll get another chance. Yeah. And I think Pellistri is probably the one who needs to go on loan again, unfortunately. Unless we see something pre-season, but he's injured at the moment. Is that right?
Okay.
So
going to round up with the Jarvis before.
Sorry, before we just spotted Alien Tenno has done a super chat.
Yeah.
At 5:55. I can't bring it up.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry,
I've got
yeah.
no access to the panel. Sorry, you were all talking at the time. I just spotted it.
Yeah,
so.
Alien Tenno. So what's with the year hair swept back, Mickey? Yeah, both of us. I'm trying to be a Fabrizio Romano, bara Mickey Godfather. I know. I'm trying to. My hair is a mess at the moment. I'm trying to grow it a little bit longer because I've always been like G.I. Joe over there, the guy over there, like short. But I'm trying to get a little bit longer, like the way it used to be, right? Like so. That's why it's a little bit slick backwards. But anyway, big up Ellie and Tenno for your super chat and donation. Big up Peter. Thank you for even joining the member chat on Telegram as well. Before Jarvis comes.
I need to go. I'm very sorry. My tea has been delivered about 10 minutes ago. So I've treated myself to a takeaway this evening. So
say hello to your wife.
I will do. And I will see you good folk at 10 o'clock, hopefully as many of you as possible. Thank you
see you later.
For joining us. Thank you for your 15k subs. Thanks for your time.
Thank you
for see you all
thank
later.
you for being you. Thank you. See you later. All right, that was Standish. Brilliant. I know that you also going to go, Jarvis, but I'm going to pass the puck over to you. Do you agree what Standish was saying there? I mean,
Oh, where's Mick?
What?
Well, yeah, Standish. What's the topic again? Sorry.
Pilestri or on loan?
It's yeah.
Yeah, Pilestri. You know, I would keep Pilestri. I love that little guy. He's like a Messi-esque kind of player, you know, and he has the low center of gravity and he can do magic with the ball. So I would give Pilestri as much playing time as possible because he's a star in the making in my mind. But I don't know. Maybe Ten Hag, he sees things that we don't see. He sees his attitude on the playing ground and his development. So yeah, Pilestri, I would keep him, but I don't think Ten Hag will keep him. I think he will send him on a loan, to be honest, because he don't give him all that. I don't say confidence with him playing. So. But we have Ahmad and we have Anthony De Santos. We have a lot of players, so it's a very tough position to get playing time in. So maybe a loan to but not like a lower level club. He needs to go to a loan to a big club and get playing time there. Maybe like Inter or Milan or Juventus or. Some good club in France, for example, Lyon or whatever, just to develop his game. I don't want him to go to the Championship or Scotland or anything else. He needs to play at the top tier level.
All right. Cool.
And now I'm on the 2-hour mark, so I have to go. We are driving down to South Carolina, and it's
that's fine. I want to sort of
our ride. So yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I think we will wrap up. We've been running 2 hours stream. That was the plan. The thing was to sort of have a 1-year anniversary and get everyone involved and talk about transfers and the takeover. And we will see you at 10 o'clock UK time later on as well with the Mental United with Phil Standish. Listen, Jarvis, drive safely.
Yes,
I'm muting John Ball because I have echoes, but whenever John's going to speak, then I'll let you know.
Sorry.
Right. So from the Curry Belts debut, John Ball, thank you for coming on, sir. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for everyone that's contributed to the growth of this channel. For the VAR room, for Jarvis, never going to give you up. See you later, and Jarvis, please drive safely, mate. All right?
Yes.
This has been a fantastic stream. Thank you for all of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. There's been 200 in the chat room. We are on the path for now 20K. That's the next target. And building even a stronger VR room. Thank you, John, for coming on, for having me say. Thank you, Sajiv. Wherever you are. Guys, been Mick Ruby here, and thank you so much again. I'm sorry for my tears and everything that I had, but it's...
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Right, then. See you guys later, and Jarvis.
Take care of yourself, man. Bye.
Bye for now, guys.
Bye.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us.